13-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Warren will try the right side. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Jaylen Warren, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers have cut it back within a score. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And the Browns getting set to go. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Firing in that time, it was Nick Herbig. Credit him with a sack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
3rd down and 13. Looking to throw. Sanders. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that's caught inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. 61 yards.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big yardage.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Sanders. That is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Tyler Algier, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are able to add on to that lead. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Back to throw. Howard. Got his man. It's Warren. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 18. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So here are the Browns to take over. They were winners over the Jets a week ago, and they are in the driver's seat right now as well. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Sanders. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. His second catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Sanders firing quickly here, and that's complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. They run with Ford. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
In motion goes the tight end. 2nd and 4. Right back to Njoku. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 24-yard line. Back to throw. Sanders. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to throw again. And that'll be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's caught left side by Judy. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to make it 4th down. And his kick here is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Howard. Complete to Austin here over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
That was a really nice job there, stretching zone coverage by running that route deep enough before breaking it back towards the sideline and being open. And
a precise throw for the reception in the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Warren. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively. And the key to any screen play is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle him for just a short gain.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one. That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Boswell's kick is good, and that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Browns offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. So one play and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to throw. Sanders. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Looking to throw. Sanders. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
A great job defensively taking away his receivers, and he was forced to put that one into Lake Erie, but that's what good quarterbacks do. They don't take unnecessary chances if they don't have to.
He's got his target. That's complete. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll look to throw again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete. And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Here's Howard. A final shot before break. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Floating one incomplete. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Zay Flowers, well over 100 yards receiving, and a touchdown catch as well. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Raiders. Trevor Lawrence with a couple of touchdown passes there. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And that one all tied. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
And able to get this out to the 25. It's the Browns offense and Tyler Algier getting set for this next possession. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Back to throw. Howard. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. A handoff for Warren.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on third down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
Now a play fake here on first down.
He'll find Metcalf.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47.
They'll run it. Warren.
No gain on the play there. Second down. Defense able to get there. Swarm to the football. Zilch. 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
To the right side and complete to Metcalf.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 20-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. Off the play fake. Howard. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Calvin Austin.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Steelers are back within a score.
Well, there you go, Charles. His first touchdown pass in the new season.
Well, let's just go back to his rookie year because he's able to get his feet wet, right? Get a little bit of experience. Now I think here in year 2, the game will slow down for him, and we'll see his true talents come out.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is down to a field goal. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards.
And in the end, a Calvin Austin touchdown grab finished the drive off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Browns offense and Jerry Jeudy ready to go once more. And he was pretty much unguardable in that first half. You see the numbers there as they try to add to him here in this third quarter.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Looking to throw. Sanders. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
The throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
The Steeler offense set to regain possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Back to throw. Howard.
And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Howard now. Off play action. They'll roll him out. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks. Pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
3rd down and 10.
Looking to throw. Howard. And he's going to go down again.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And taken right on the 30. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here. A little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see
pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Nick Herbig picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on third down. Back to throw. Sanders. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
The Browns send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Now a run with Warren. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
He's got Njoku over the middle.
For the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
Algier will try to pick it up.
And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead.
Now Howard throwing to start the drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw. Howard.
A short one there to Freiermuth. And Freiermuth going to have a Steelers first down as the tackle made right at the 30-yard line.
Back to throw. Howard.
Open man. There's Darnell Washington.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
2 yards to go, second down.
Looking to throw. Howard.
This one into the hands of Metcalf.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
On the run, it's Warren.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left it no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
That is caught. And he will have a Steelers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Operating from the gun. Howard.
That one out wide and intercepted.
Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
The mistake there by the offense, Charles, they tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tabbed as one of the best in the league the prior season.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Steelers offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets. And it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Howard. And his throw is incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position could get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Howard. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Going across the formation, he finds Freiermuth.
And all the way down to the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Looking to throw. Howard.
Here's Freiermuth again.
And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
DK Metcalf.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Steelers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.